Hey guys, Enter the Stars. It's going to be kind of a catch-all video. I want to thank everybody for the birthday wishes. I also want to remind everybody that Nisan 14, which is the date of the Passover, changes from year to year in the Gregorian calendar. The Hebrew date is fixed, of course, but when translated to the Gregorian, it moves. In the year 36 AD, which is the year that I believe Jesus was crucified, that date fell on the March 28th, March 29th. In the Hebrew calendar, they change days as the sun goes down. And this is what the sun worshippers celebrate. They celebrate the evening after Jesus was crucified. Jesus would have been 40 years old in 36 AD, making him the 40-year-old virgin, which is what they make fun of in the movie The 40-Year-Old Virgin, as the main actor who plays that part heals the ear of a girl in a magic trick, duplicating the miracle that Jesus performed by healing the ear of the soldier. But we're going to do a couple things today. We're going to look at CERN. We're going to look at Cineglobe, which is this is the entity that is putting on the film festival that is going on right now, that is culminating today, which is March 29th, the 88th day of the year. And there's free entry for people ages 8 to 88. So you know that they know exactly what is going on. The closing filming screening is a documentary called The Circle, and it's all about the people that live above the Large Hadron Collider. There's several communities underneath this 27-kilometer Hadron Collider, and I still have yet to find an actual copy of this documentary. It is very hard to find, and it's been out for a couple of years now, so that is curious within itself. But we're going to take a look at this trailer, which is 33 seconds long. This is Cineglobe's promotional trailer. And look at the screenshot. Right off the bat, it's Antarctica. How much controversy has there been surrounding Antarctica? And the fact that it's like one of the last places on Earth that it continues to stay very cold, with record snowpack and ice formation. And it's curious because look around the edge and you can see the darkness all around the edge here. This almost looks like the global warming aspect that they're trying to portray here. So that is very interesting. But we're going to decode that in slow motion. It's only 33 seconds long, so that we should be able to pull out a lot of information. But the other thing I wanted to talk about before we get into that, you guys, is the fact that we have the biggest drill, the most publicized and widely publicized drill ever coming up this summer, and that is Jade Helm, as many of you know. There's actually activity going on in Florida on the eve of this exercise, and I just started thinking today that, you know, there's been a lot of work out there about drills that have gone live. It almost became a joke. It was like every time a false flag would happen, we would find out later that a drill was going on in the area before it happened. And I'm just a little upset because here we are with a drill that has been publicized, and there's no media coverage of Jade Helm. None whatsoever. It's almost like we can expect for something to happen because it is a drill, right? And then you get these people that they show in Florida that are just voluntarily becoming part of this drill. They probably were given Starbucks cards to participate in this drill, or told that they were being patriotic for participating in losing their rights. It's just amazing how they use these kind of things to brainwash people, literally brainwash. Now, I've left some comments on Dabu 7's channel. He covered the Florida activity that's going on with the Black Hawk helicopters. And literally, you guys, they've already crossed the line with increased safety concerns. I mean, all it takes is one of those Black Hawk helicopters to fall out of the sky. They're not recognizing the airspace safety rules. They've basically trampled all over our rights, okay? It only takes one live round bullet, for instance, to make this whole thing go live. It only takes one angry citizen who they think is carrying a gun or pointing a gun at them to start some kind of civil unrest, okay? And as we know, these people can be planted. They could fake this civil unrest, or it could be a guy with a ham sandwich who they say had a gun. And so that's where we're at in this country. Anytime you mix military with civilians, you will get controversy. You will get some kind of standoff. It is the nature. So in them doing it and them having all the firepower, they're sending a message. And that is what is going on here, you guys. So I would just encourage anyone in these areas just to stay out of their way. I would not be down there protesting. I would not be down there doing anything, because that's what they want. Because then you become fodder for their false flag operation. Okay. So let's get into CERN. Synglobe, the film festival that introduced the film Symmetry on the 24th of March. Ages 8 to 88, this film festival also includes The Circle on the closing day, today. A documentary about the people that live above the Large Hadron Collider. And as soon as we get our hands on that documentary, we'll be decoding it. But for now, they left us a Synglobe trailer that is 33 seconds long. And this trailer is chocked full of images at 33 seconds long. We're going to take a close look at this trailer in super slow motion, and we're going to decode it. Let's take a look. Alright, you guys, we're going to decode this real time. First we get the Antarctic landscape here, okay? Is what this looks like. And then we get the carousel. I believe this represents the carousel of life. That's like a clock tower in the ceiling of that carousel. We have the gas masks. They had a lot of gas scares during World War II. Rockets firing. The clock strikes 12. More Antarctica references sprinkled in throughout. Now, we talked about how a helm was a wheel, and this looks like a 5-pointed wheel. Then, of course, we saw them spraying down Fukushima. And here's more Antarctica references, supplies being delivered. And Lucifer fell like lightning from heaven. Aurora Borealis, North Pole. "88 keys on the piano." Remember Obama's dirty reflection in the mirror at the deadline of Obamacare on February 13th, Lupercalia. Back to the carousel. Time, splitting time, exploding time. The hourglass. That's their whole goal of CERN, you guys. Spiral staircase. This is representative of time as well. The torus field. The apple. The Coriolis. August 29th, converted to the Julian calendar, is September 11th, which is when Hurricane Katrina hit landfall in Louisiana, killing thousands of people. Don't know who that monk-looking figure is, but the splitting of the wood represents the splitting of the brain, and we saw that in iPetco too. The splitting of the brain. A subway. This is the serpent train. That's what life is. It's like a giant train on a wheel. Wheels within wheels. The clock. The wristwatch. So I did a search on this man, David Bauer, directed by Clark Harris. And that date on that was March 9th, 2013, but I couldn't find anything. I think what was curious to note is in the background, there was a reptilian aquarium. There you saw "You May Die," and there were Holocaust bodies piled up in the back of that truck in that last scene. So type of bomb goes off. This next scene, you're going to see the bees, and that's what we are, you guys. We live in the hexagon, which is a three-dimensional cube. Wow, that looks like Egypt, and we also saw the Eiffel Tower. This looks like another planet almost. That looked like a moon. The word time backwards actually is emit, and then the cryptic closing time app, and then this looks like a pyramid, this or the letter A. Unbelievable. And Antarctica somehow fits into this a big picture. So they are going to mess with time, and that's what we saw in this video. The sun worshippers. Okay? All of this goes back to that. 9/11 was a mass sacrifice. It was a mass experiment to control the minds of the masses. I believe that the World Trade Center came down because of an energy weapon, a ring weapon, as we've shown in previous videos. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take care and be safe.